Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anna Champong and I'm here to bring you stories from the motherland. We are here with my friend Abdella, and this is the most beautiful spot to me in Accra. Well, let's say Ghana. Where exactly are we? Can you explain that a little bit more?
So
Is this still Accra?
No, we're not in
We're
Accra
outside,
anymore.
yes.
We're in the eastern region now.
Okay.
We're in Pokrom,
Okay.
which is about 10 to 15 minutes away from Abri. So that's the closest major town to Pokrom.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is just like the first time I came here, I was just taking my breath away. But now again, it is taking my breath away. It's so peaceful, so quiet, so beautiful. So beautiful. So I think you're really blessed.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, this didn't come easy. This did not come easy.
Imagine. Yeah.
And my partner, that's my work partner, he owns this land in co-ownership with his company that he owns. Basically, there was nothing going on here. It was bush maybe 5 years ago. But in Ghana, if you don't do anything on your land, people will encroach on it. And before you know it, you've lost it.
Yeah.
So we needed to do something on the land. And we started off with doing vegetable farming with another colleague of ours. And it was lucrative on paper.
Okay.
However, the variables in reality are so many. And we were hard hit. We lost a lot of money. And the partnership didn't work.
But can you explain, like, what kind of variables are we talking about?
I mean, well, there's sun, first of all. The sun is very certain. It comes up, it goes down, but the intensity of the sun and then rain and how it relates to rain, these are the things that you can't control so much.
Yeah.
Soil quality, yes, you can maybe fix the soil with chicken manure or chemical fertilizers, however you want to go about it. But rain is actually the main thing that you can't control.
Okay.
And here, which is usually supposed to be quite good with rain, it can also go on and off. And that's just generally with what's happening with climate change overall, just uncertainty with rain patterns and weather in general. So these are the things that are very hard to control and affect vegetables which are very, very sensitive to these elements.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yes.
So then it went a little bad and you talked about the partnership going a little south.
So the partnership collapsed. And but I mean, I went to my boss and was like, well, we still have a lot of the structures in place to have a farm. We have the land. We still had a couple of the laborers from the past still working in the town, and we had an experience selling our produce into the market.
Okay.
So with these elements in place, we were like, well, if we go into it ourselves and control some of the other variables, maybe we can get an irrigation system. Then we can, make some money from the farming. So this is when we decided to take it on ourselves. I became full-on farm manager and oversaw what you see today. But, we still were looking at doing vegetables. It was only a couple of years ago where we decided that, let's scrap that idea and let's turn the farm into farming units whereby each one is feeding into the other.
Okay.
One waste is used from here to become, inputs for the other side. And that general idea is what sparked what you see around us now. Behind us is the pineapple, then we have the vegetables, then we have the coffee, and then we have the moringa. And in between these things, there's complementing plants that support the life system around here.
Very smart, very smart. I think if you watch the video somewhere here on the screen, you see that Sophia, Micah, Kevin, and I visited here before. And there you see all the difference. We went around. But so how did you get into farming? Is that something you studied or?
No, I have no study background in it. The only thing I would say, the sustainability aspect is the only thing maybe I was aware of because I did that for my master's program. I did sustainability science. But other from that, this has all been just because
trial and error, basically.
Wow,
okay.
And actually, I should say that even though we're doing this, the plan is to evolve the business evolve the farm until it becomes a health place, a health center. So you come here and you experience the place. You come, as you said, you have your breath taken away by the scenery. You get yourself involved in the manual labors of, doing not too hard because
and
you're not prepared for that. But something, planting seeds, watering here and there, and then living on the farm itself, having accommodation, and then going beyond that even, having dining experiences here where we bring chefs to curate meals from the farm and bring them to table. So these are all in the plan, in the nets, in the pipeline.
Yeah.
But what we do now is what we did for your family, is to bring people to the farm, have a tour, and then have a barbecue on the farm. And
Amazing.
Yeah, so this is that's kind of where we're leaning towards, doing more of this experiential product and service where people can come here and really just
enjoy. And I think it's a beautiful thing to do, because honestly, when you buy, okay, we all know that fruits from Africa just taste very different than when they're shipped, right? So that I already knew. But when we ate the pineapple fresh from here, it's like a whole nother thing again. And then when you told me that it takes for a pineapple, like, if I'm correct, 8 months to a year to grow.
A year and a few months.
Oh, a year and 3 months even. I was so baffled. Like, I think you forget that thing when you just pick it up for like 4 or 5 CDs. But it's a lot of effort that went into that. So I think everybody should at once experience, go around and see what it's like to have a farm in Ghana, Africa. So if we can talk a little bit more about your personal life, like where were you born and where you were raised? Who is Abdella?
So I was born in Maryland, USA, but my parents, when they had me there, were diplomats.
Okay.
So that technically means that you're born on Ghanaian soil still. So even though I was born in the US, I'm still a Ghanaian citizen. The family came back to Ghana around when I was 4 years old, and I've lived here in Accra my whole life. Yeah, I went to Ghana International School. Then I went abroad. It's kind of the typical trajectory if you are going to university. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, really.
Did your parents expect for you to be a farmer?
No. I don't think they expected me to be anything.
Oh, really?
No, maybe, the traditional things. Oh, doctor.
Yeah. You had the same pressure.
Yeah, the same.
Okay.
But what I would say, they maybe were, let's be more liberal and more open to the idea that you can be different things. So the pressure wasn't so crazy to become one of the doctor, engineer trio. And then that is in case of my brother, who is a film director.
Yeah.
So I think they were always quite open for us to do different things. So not so much the pressure, but yeah.
And how did they react when you told them about the farm?
No, they loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, they really.
Have they been out here as well?
No, they haven't, but they've supported, and they're going to come out here soon enough.
Oh, nice.
We'll have like a nice grill and make it a whole day.
You should. Family day. Oh, that's very nice. So what is this Ghana food movement?
Yeah, so the Ghana food movement is a network of like-minded people along the food value chain in Ghana.
Okay.
And that's from chefs, farmers, agripreneurs, nutritionalists, food scientists. And the basic idea is to take the Ghanaian cuisine, the Ghanaian ingredients, the dawa, the prekese, the cocoa, and reinvent them for this new Ghana that's, we are entering, kind of. Because a lot of people, there's a lifestyle change that is going on. People want to eat pizza, people want to eat burgers.
Yes, I know.
But it's not bad to do that, but it has an impact on our economy. If now a farmer is growing cassava and no one is buying it in the market because no one is eating it, that's a problem. And if we now start growing something else that's maybe meat or rearing cows, that then has another problem with the ecology. So Ghana Food Movement is all about really just letting people be aware that we are changing our ecology, and that has repercussions for our society. So it's trying to tie all these things together, but in a really fun way. We have events, we have dinners, and I'm actually just coming from one of our events just today.
Oh, nice.
Where we took the cocoa leaves, which is hardly used. About 80% of the cocoa plants is not used. The bean is the main thing that's taken out, and that's what we eat. But in this lunch that we held for the EU, and I think for Cocoa Board as well, we took the cocoa leaf, we took some of the fibers from the cocoa as well, and we took the juice, and we used them to make a collection of purees. We used them to make sauces, and I mean just the reinvention of what we already use in our local cuisine, but bringing it to modernity. So there's a lot of things going on, but that is kind of what the Ghana Food Movement is about.
So is there like a food scientist? Because how do you come up with eating the leaves? I would never think of that.
So maybe it's not even necessarily eating the leaves, but cooking with the leaves so that it acquires certain textures from or nutrients from the leaves. And so that is what
So
it
who
is.
comes up with something like that?
The chefs.
Oh wow, the chefs themselves.
The chefs themselves have a knowledge of what they can get from the different ingredients.
Yeah.
And they know then they have a knowledge of how these different tastes play with one another. And then they know how then to make it, look good or look a way that, it's appetizing and you don't even really know that you're eating a Ghanaian dish anymore.
That's nice. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So has the Ghana food movement helped you in any type of way?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me as a farmer or as a farm manager, it's important to have people within the movement that I can sell my produce to.
Okay.
So that is one of the primary ways that I work with the Ghana food movement. Another way that I will be working with them is by having some of the chefs come here and be part of this experience of coming to the farm, but also having a meal made out of the farm. So the chefs will be part of this as well. And also, more largely speaking, for like the Ghanaian economy at whole, at large, we are developing programs to introduce youth and take them and introduce them to businesses in the agriculture sector. Because Ghana, the unemployment rate is terrible. You can just look on the streets to see where people are, and we are trying to create a space where young people have a seat at the table. And these are all things that the Ghana Food Movement is involved with. And Gaia, that's the name of my company, Gaia Greenfields, are like now actively trying to promote and foster.
Yes. Amazing.
Small.
Okay.
Small. So maybe I can say yes, Gaia Greenfields. You can follow us on IG, or you can message me. It's 0243567610.
I'll put everything in the description down below if you'd like to visit Abdella and his farm.
Yes.
I don't think you have any experience of farming outside of Ghana, right? No. So there's no comparison. But how is it like to have a farming business in Ghana? Could you explain that? Are there any like pros and cons? What has your experience been so far?
In our culture, farming has been seen as kind of not in a positive light. So much so that we're losing so many people from, agriculture, which is our main employer in the economy, to, the cities where they go and are unemployed. So for me, a pro of getting back into farming, sort of like a beacon for other people to see that it's possible for us to also get involved with it, put a business edge to it, and show that you can make money from farming in Ghana, and it's not something that should be looked down upon. It's something that we should be proud about, and we can use it to push for social economic development. So that's one pro, and a consequence of that is meeting more people who are doing something similar. I can't tell you how many people I've met just by them knowing I'm farming. Oh, you are doing farming? I have something here. And all I tell them is like, you have all the elements, just do it. And then that's all they need. And the next thing you know, oh, I'm selling my chickens.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I've grown my coconut. And more consequence of that is that you meet other people who have been farming for a long, long time. And they've built a business that you would never have heard of if you weren't involved in farming. These are global businesses. So these are some of the pros. Like it's such an honor to be opened up to this side of Ghana, which is kind of closed off and looked upon from such a negative light.
So would you say farming is profitable?
It can be. It's not straight away.
No, if you have the right tools and the right...
Yes, and you just need to know that you will lose money. That one, you will lose money whether you like it. So you just close your eyes, lose the money, but make sure you are correcting your mistakes. And after a while, the money will be coming into your pocket so quickly you wouldn't even know what to do with it. So
what would you say to the youth, like any Ghanaian youth watching, thinking, this man is crazy. Why is he doing farming? Because what did you study?
Sustainability science.
Okay, that is along the way a little bit, but
along the way.
They might think that he went abroad to study and now he's come back to farm. What's your message to them?
Look, there was no sustainability consultancy job out there for me. So I had to create my own job for myself. And if you are waiting for government or somebody to come and collect you from somewhere, you'll wait to the end of your life. So just take action. Take action and talk to people. That's the way you find your way. That's what I would say.
And could anybody do it? Like, let's say if you just have a land and you're not using it, can you use that to farm?
Yes. And
what do you need? The basics.
I'll give an example of another company I work with. They're called June. When they do permaculture, which is another variation of a type of farming where it's organic.
Okay.
But their focus is the urban environments, and so they do installations. They build you basically a home garden,
Okay.
a food garden at your home. So they will build a raised bed. They will put the ceilings inside, and then they will put some nice soil. They'll raise the soil profile. And the reason why I mentioned them is because the girl who started the Tala Amadi, she went from not knowing anything really about, or just having a passion for farming. She went to do a course, and then she came back and she transformed her garden into a food garden. And it's from there that she said, okay, well, now I did it for myself. I can do it for somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's how she started the business. Now we've done installations at schools. We've done it at private residences. And children are now getting involved in farming in their private schools. And then residents too are feeding themselves from the nutrient, from their own gardens. So that is an example of somebody who just said, okay, look, I like farming. Let me just do something in my backyard. And they took that and they started a business. So
don't you think that, because I feel, coming from the Western world, I do not understand why you would live in, let's say, anywhere in Ghana and you just tile your whole backyard. That is so much waste because we have beautiful soil, right?
Yeah.
So let's say when you have a garden and it's tiled, can you just take it out and the soil is still the same? Or you need to have somebody come over and, like your friend, build it for you because you spoil it, basically?
It depends. It depends. If you have tiled and it's hard to pull them out, then probably your option is to build something on top of it. And that's what we do. We do raised beds.
Okay.
So we'll build a wooden box.
Oh,
we'll put
I get
soil
it now.
inside.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So that's what we'll do. But if you have soil, then we look at that and see,
how to create it.
How to create it from there.
I think everybody needs that in their home, because why would you live in Africa and that whole place? I just don't get it.
Yeah,
it's mad. It's mad.
It's very, very mad. Very, very mad. Yeah, farming can be impactful.
Yeah, I think so too. And very inspirational as well, because, if you can do it, I'm not saying that everybody can do it, but basically you need knowledge and you need soil. We have all the other elements here. There's water, there's sun. I think you can try.
Yeah, I think you can try.
So let's say in about 5 to 10 years, where do you see yourself?
See myself? Well, this would be an oasis. Wouldn't just be pineapple. It wouldn't just be one thing. It would be a forest.
Oh, nice.
And you can go and pluck an avocado, and you can go and pluck a mango.
Wow.
And you can go somewhere. We'll have a small kitchen here. You put it in a blender, maybe make a smoothie for yourself, grill some corn and pick some chicken from somewhere, cut it, and then you eat there on the farm. And maybe you want to go extra mile, you take some plantain, you take some cassava, make fufu, and you make the soup for you there as well. So that's, at least for here, that's where I would want to be. And obviously to have an accommodation here, I open a door, and the valley
is your backyard.
Is my backyard.
Wow.
So that would be your
vision,
your
dream.
My dream, my ideal situation in 5 years' time. And then, after that, you can find me here. You won't find me in Accra.
Oh, very good. Yes. Very good. I think you've done amazing. And thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, too.
This is a beautiful place. I still hope that, guys, this is where I want to live. Or this is why I keep talking about it in my videos.
She's not joking around. This is your second time
Seriously,
you come here.
Yeah. No, this is where I want to be.
Well,
thank you.
Make it happen.
I will. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.